On the streets of the Afghan capital, mixed emotions. News the U.S. is pulling out is welcomed by some, criticized by others, but many on both sides agree the stability they'd hoped for hasn't come. The foreign forces, this man says, failed to fulfill the promises they made to the Afghan people. Now, the original goal of the Afghan mission wasn't as broad as it would become. Within weeks of the 9/11 attacks, the US, Canada, and other NATO countries were in Afghanistan. The aim to go after al-qaeda and the group that had given it safe haven, the Taliban. But along the way, the goalposts moved. It became a question of nation building, turning Afghanistan into a stable democracy.
We don't bring that.
Canadian veteran Brian McKenna calls it mission creep.
Sending an army isn't going to fix your roads, balance your judiciary, make sure that taxes are collected.
After close to 2 decades, the situation in Afghanistan is delicate. Government forces control most of the major cities, but Taliban forces are strong in the regions. About half the country is contested. While completely destroying the Taliban, McKenna says, is probably never going to happen.
Ideas don't surrender, right? People do.
What may be hard to remember is what Afghanistan was before coalition forces went in. Men were killed for not having beards, people were stoned for listening to music, and soccer stadiums were turned into exhibition grounds for public beheadings.
Afghanistan is much better today than it was in the 1990s. There's no doubt about it at all, especially if you're a woman, especially if you're a minority, and frankly, for the quality of life in general, despite the violence being so severe.
The question is where things go from here. There have been peace talks ongoing since September between the government and the Taliban. There was supposed to be another round, 10 days starting this coming weekend in Turkey. A Taliban spokesperson has now said their side is pulling out until all foreign troops leave Afghanistan. President Biden said Wednesday diplomacy shouldn't depend on boots on the ground, but having those boots preparing to leave may already be changing the balance of power. Mike Armstrong, Global News.